right, good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing? That was very, very pitiful response. How's everyone doing? Who's still in the office? Aha! Never ask a question the audience can't answer. So they asked if I would come up and talk about something, and it's up to you as to what you want to talk about, and I thought I will talk about things that matter to me. So apparently if I hit the forward button, or the forward button, or the forward button, oh, the other one? No, that looks just like me. There are slides. We don't need slides. So what we're talking about here is speaking about speaking. I'm a professional. I can do this. Maybe. How many of you have to speak as part of your job? Hands up, way up. That's a lot of people. How many of you would like to be a better speaker? Different people put up their hands, right? Speaking is one of those talents that we like to have. If we can do it, and that's great. If you don't have it, you can always improve. And that is the premise that you have to go by. I would love if the slides moved, just saying. It's not the microphone, we can throw these too. There we go. Oh, it's that forward button. There we go, thank you, that's good. Thank you. It's a lesson on the things that can go wrong while speaking. Wonderful. Now, many years ago there was a survey done, and you guys can tell me if this is true or not, but the world's #1 fear is public speaking. Everyone agree with that? Resonate with that? Yes, I see lots of people nodding heads. Some are nodding off. I appreciate that too. So the second thing, everybody know the second thing on that list? Death. Very good. Interesting point. So if you are giving the eulogy at a funeral, would you rather be on stage or not? That is the question. Now, when speaking about speaking, what I want you guys to take away from this conversation is one real thing. And that one real thing is control. If you're on stage, you're already the expert. And everybody in the room wants you to succeed. Yes? We agree? Sure. Notice how like a third of the people are like, are you done yet? Can you finish already? This is all about control. Controlling your voice, controlling the audience, and controlling the remote. We saw that very truly tonight. You have to be in control of your surroundings at all times. The first time I spoke, I was in Boston, and I was giving a talk in front of about 50 people, and there were 2 people sitting in the front row, and they were watching my right hand, which was holding the microphone, and it was holding it something like this. And I couldn't control the damn thing for my life. So what did I do? To try to calm my fears, I looked in the front row, and then I saw these 2 nice women, but I saw these 2 nice women talking to each other, and they were talking about the fact that my hand was shaking because I was nervous. Well, from that point on, I knew that I had to have a lav mic. I have to have one of the ones that clips onto my blazer because then, much like people in sales, they're the ones that know that your hands always stay above, right? So you use your hands to articulate your point, not to hold the microphone. Because if you're holding the microphone, people will see that you're nervous. And as soon as you know you're nervous, you're in big trouble, right? That's why controlling your voice is so important. What you want to do is listen for the last letter of every word that you are saying. Because if you can hear the last letter of every word that you're saying, the people in the audience can hear the same thing. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of the details and talk about how not to or ah or and or pause or any of that good stuff. But what I do want to talk about a lot is the audience. What was the first thing that I did when I got on stage tonight? Screw up the remote. That's right. And the second thing I did was engage the audience. Once you engage the audience, you have a rapport. And if you have a rapport, then the onus is on you to deliver. Can we all agree on that? Excellent. Let's talk about slides for a second. I don't like slides, not after tonight anyway. Slides are very important. And how you speak, what you say, and what you do is of equal importance. But the worst thing you can do, and no disrespect to anybody who does this now, is load your slides with content. All right? Everybody just look away to the image and visualize beautiful content. No. You want your slide to show you what it is, or show the audience what it is that everyone's looking at or talking about, and you want to illustrate the points with your voice. That's what you're there for. Otherwise, you would be an illustrator. No, you're a speaker, be a speaker, all right? Engage the audience, maintain control, and know how to use your slides. The opportunity is yours, all right? You want to master the stage. You want to do your best with whatever you have to get your point across in as best and as quick a way as possible. So yes, be engaging, tell some jokes, tell some stories. get the audience to like you. Once they like you, the information that you have to communicate is certainly much better and much well received, if I can use that word. So to recap, and of course you have to recap, I want you to talk about control. I want you to control your voice. I want you to control the audience. And my God, I want you to control the slides. Thank you guys very much. I think that was 5 minutes. That's my 5 minutes. And I'm dying to throw one of these out, so please ask a question. Questions? Questions. Eric, how do you make the slides? Oh, yes. Oh, wait. So you just pick it up and throw it?
How would you decide when your message is too complex, or how will you summarize what you want to say?
So the question is, how do you know when your message is too complex and you have to try to summarize what you're saying? A lot of that is trial and error. You can always put your deck together, run it past a few friends, see if they understand it, bring a little group of people together and do it past them, and if they fall asleep in 5 minutes, you know it's probably too complicated. But you want to, a lot of it, as I said, is trial and error, and you want to try to get your point across, obviously, in as concise a way as possible. So try to pare it down. If you're thinking about it, it's probably because the message is too long. One more question. Oh, God. Just launch it backwards. Everyone duck. Not bad.
Thanks. Hey, thanks, Eric, for talking about public speaking. I just kind of to response to his own question, it's not so much a question for you, but I wanted to shout out to a group called Toastmasters, which is an ongoing organization. And there's one specifically, yes, that meets in the Mars building, Collaboration Center CR2 in the room every other Monday. So not tonight, but next week. And it's such a good environment to go in and practice your pitches, your speeches. And it's essentially you are practicing in front of a room full of people, even much smaller than this, sometimes the same size, to work on your skill there. So you're not practicing in front of the entire audience with your nervous hand, your twitching, your ums and your ahs, things like that. And I just kind of want to put that out there. If anyone wants to continue working on their speaking skills, that's a great place to learn. So not so much a question, but just a shout out for that. Toss it back or continue it on?
Toss it back.